Hello guys, this is a 2011 Dodge Ram with a 5.7 Hemi engine in it. We have a code for evap P0457 loose fuel cap, P0456 evap system small leak, and then P0440 general evap system failure. Now this is the ISM system, which is evaporator system integrity monitoring, I think, and I actually made a couple of videos on this on the Chrysler ISM and NVLD systems, and what I use is a little pressure sensor, and since this does not have Chrysler doesn't use a pressure sensor, basically uses has a little ISM module that has a little it has a switch in it that's supposed to close at like 3 inches of water, and computer uses as an input. That's the only input that computer has it. So for us the problem is we don't know if we have a leak or do we have a malfunctioning switch or that little module. So this is the system that I came up with. I'm having a 5-volt regulator. I have a GM pressure sensor. I just using the cap. Actually this ended up being a pretty good, because it fits actually pretty much all of the Chrysler so far. I mean, I did one of the Pacifica, a couple different Dodge and Chryslers, and this fuel cap fits just fine. So basically this is a cap. I put a little T here and had a pressure sensor, and then I have a little pump that I found it on yard sales. I honestly don't even know what it was used for, but this is just my little vacuum pump that I'm going to use it to apply small vacuum into the fuel tank. And I'm using my picoscope, which is very nice because we can customize the probe. So what I did, actually I customized my pressure sensor for the inches of water, and I have a video how to do that, and I will leave a link in the description to that. So basically I just have a little battery that I'm feeding my 5-volt regulator. Recently I was having some issues with the pressure sensors, pressure transducers, because they would eat up the 9-volt battery pretty quick, so I convert all of them to just a battery, you know, the regular car battery. So so what I have now, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pull my pressure sensor switch. We can actually go and get the back probe, the pressure sensor, and hook it up, pull it up on our you know, lab scope, but I can just look at the data, and so, you know, evap, and I'm looking for a ISM switch, which is here. And since now I just opened the tank, you know, the tank is not, it's it's not on the vacuum, so the switch is open, and once we apply the vacuum to it, around 2 or 3 inches of water, it should close. So that's the first step that I always do. And so right now I have my picoscope. I got my sensor hooked up to channel 1, and I have my I'm sorry, it's a little cold, -9 to 4 inches of water. So I'm going to apply my vacuum through my pump and to see if this switch is going to close. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this little hand pump, and I'm going to start pumping some vacuum. I'm going to put this here so you guys can see the both scan tool and our pressure. And let's see. Alright, I'm going to start rolling now. Okay. So I'm going to start applying vacuum to my fuel tank, and you can see around 10 seconds. It's all pretty much like a minute or across the screen. It's like a 10 seconds per division, and you can see my my vacuum, I'm able to apply the vacuum to my tank, which is good. At some point I believe it's gonna, see right now, this is when ISM system actually kicks in, and you can no longer apply the vacuum anymore, because there's a little weight inside of this unit, and it's going to open. It's not, you can no longer apply the vacuum, but this is enough. I'm going to just let go and see if we holding a vacuum. But as we can see right now, my switch is still open. It should close now, and we are around a little bit below 2 inches of water, and we are holding the vacuum. So something is not right. My switch is not, it's not working correctly. And this is a very, this ISM system, it's actually pretty good. It's the NVLD had a problem with the switch because it was electronic switch, and it would fail. This is just very simple switch, and I have to say I have done only one, but it seemed to me it was very simple design, and it's not prone to failure, I would say. And as we can see, I'm still holding the vacuum, but I was looking down at the scan tool, nothing's happening. So the next step will be to back probe my switch. Of course, check the wires and everything to make sure that's okay, and then we'll go from there and see what we can find. Okay, you can see it's decayed a little bit. I think that's fine. But okay, well, let's go down to a switch now, and I'm going to get the second channel deployed, and so we can see what's happening there. Okay, so it's going to stop this, and let's get on the truck. And this ISM unit, it's right on top of the fuel tank. The way it works, basically, computer sends a 5-volt reference, voltage to a switch. It's a pull-down design, and when this vacuum is applied to the system, it's basically just going to pull it to ground, and it's going to go from 5 volts to 0 volts, and that's going to be it. Okay, so let's get down underneath the truck. Okay, there's something I don't like to see, and look at that. So, alright, let's see what happens here. This is my ISM switch, the ISM unit. You can see the little electrical connector. As I said, there's only 2 wires. It's a ground and a signal wire from the PCM, and it's nice. This little critter chewed up on the wires, and that's why it doesn't work, because computer never receives. The switch is mechanically, it's closing, but it's not pulling that 5 volts to ground, and the switch stays open all the time. So we need to repair the wires and fix this thing. But it's a very nice system that I was able to develop, just to quickly verify your, if you have a leak, or do you have a problem on your switch, or do you have electrical problems. So I'm not going to bother yet to check my 5-volt ref and ground. I'm pretty sure that's okay. I have to fix the wiring first, and then we'll go from there. They're going to repeat the test to make sure the switch is closing. Okay. I think I can fix this. I should have enough wire left to fix my, sorry guys, I'm out of breath, to get this fixed. I don't have to replace the whole connector. This should be fine. Okay, wiring is done. I'm going to put the conduit back and all that, but I'm going to check my system first. We're going to do the same thing, pull up the data, ISM switch, apply some vacuum, and see, this time the switch should close. Okay, let's see if we fix it or not. Get everything hooked up again. Let's go to ISM switch. I mean, we could find this with a visual inspection, but this is a really good way of testing the whole thing, with a little bit of vacuum, with the pressure sensor, and alright, so everything is rolling right now, and let's see if the switch is going to close once we apply vacuum. There you go. Nice. Okay. Let's see how long it's going to stay closed. You guys can see now the switch is closed. Sweet. That works. Okay. The garage, so I got less reflection. Okay, I'm happy with this, so this should be fixed, and just gonna put a little bit of electrical tape on that wiring, and that should be fine. All right, it holds the vacuum just fine. Let's see if you have a bi-directional control. Let's see if we can maybe test our purge valve. Purge solenoid, so we can that's another thing we can do with a let's see if we can ISM switch again. Looking for ISM switch, I don't see it here. That's kind of weird. Okay, well, let's see if I can. I'm going to apply a little bit more vacuum again. Okay, let's see. There you go, I can hear the pump. Yeah, there you go, it's nice. There you go. There you go. Okay. There you go, good, good. So my purge valve is working fine. It's another test we can do with this system. Apply the vacuum and then let's do it again. And then I don't know why I don't have an ISM switch. Okay, you can see the purge valve is working. You can see decay on the vacuum. Okay. I'm not sure why I couldn't find the ISM switch. It should be nice to see the switch open and closing as I'm activating my purge valve, but it is what it is. But this is just something else we can do with this system. That once you get your little vacuum pump and another test. Let's just do one more time to make sure the switch closes. I think it closed right away. Nice. Okay. That should work. All right. Quick reminder: after I was done, I cleared the codes and I was pulling the truck out of the garage, and my fuel tank cap message was still on the dash. And even though I didn't have any codes, of course the evap system, it's not done, but seems like it remembers it in the memory, so I had to run my evap large leak test through my scan tool, and it did pass. So that's just, if you see that, try, if you have a scan tool, go through a your, let's see, go through a scan tool and start the the evap monitor test, and it didn't take like 5 minutes. It said it could take like 20 minutes, but it didn't take. It said 20 minutes. It took less than like 4 or 5 minutes. So I knew that it was fixed, but it was a little weird, why that message was still on the dash. It's just the way it's programmed, but you can see see it's done. So okay, just a little reminder. Okay, thank you guys, appreciate it. Bye bye.